All right, so welcome to the energy tune-up. So the reason I wanted to do a little mini energy tune-up is because we are ending the snake year, moving into the fiery horse year. And what that means is that last little bit of shedding that needs to be released in order to step into that momentum, into that energy, into the passion. So you think of fiery horse, you think fire. Fire's passion, creativity. You have to ignite the fire, right? So it's got to be like what's lighting you up. And if we have this little bits of stuff that needs to get shedded and cleared off, you can't light that fire, right? We gotta clear off all that debris and be able to really get it. And you think about a horse is all about this momentum, this movement forward. Well, again, if we're holding on to stuff, we're not going to be as light and free and ready to gallop full speed ahead until we release that last little bit into it. So I was called to really do like this mini little tune-up to experience for people to have what it feels like to have a little mini energy shift. And then I really invite you guys for next week, the same time at 7 o'clock, to join the Soul Aligned Energy Mastery class, because we're going to go deep dive really specifically in what personally you need to release, what do you want to be refilled in, and how you can really realign yourself. So if you missed last week's class, you get a chance to do live so that you get to have your words, your power, your intention in it, which then helps build the momentum, because that's what we're doing. This horse fire year is building that energy and the momentum to then go into my deeper dive 6 weeks class, which is actually all about abundance, about money manifestation. And you think about that fire, that root is safety, but safety also in abundance, safety in money. And so we've got to come from a rooted standpoint of money to get our mindset right, to really move into it. And I'm creating a really big, huge masterclass series, which is going to then, this is like your little tidbits. And then I'm going to do 4 major sections of life, 3 months each to make the whole year. It's going to be going into health and vitality first, relationships, that's relationships with you and other people. Then we're going to go into a deep dive, really deep dive into your health, relationships, then the energy movement with you, like for you, what's holding you back to be able to get your bigger vision. We're going to be looking into vision for here. And then after that one, we're going to go into abundance even more, because it's going to wrap around to next year into December and January. And we're going to deep dive even deeper into your money. And we're going to make sure that we're getting your ancestral blocks, your family blocks. We're going to make sure that you haven't capped a ceiling income, that you feel worthy, that you have, an abundance mindset. You understand and identify what money is for you. Like, what is your definition of money? What is your definition of wealth? What does that look like? And we're gonna, for 4 weeks, really like deep dive in this next master class into it. But when we go wrap around to the other, we're gonna go even deeper, because as we know, when we do energy work, the fun thing is you got like this first initial layer of goodness, and then you peel the layer of onion and you go deeper, and then you see things from a higher perspective, and then your energy rises, and then you've got new plans of new frequencies, and all of a sudden you're calling in stuff that you couldn't call in when you were this version down here. So each time, I always call it's like this elevator layer. Each time you're elevating yourself, you're clearing stuff off, your energy rises up, you get new things, new manifestations. Then that version of you goes, oh my God, I couldn't even see the possibility that I could have beyond where I was here. Now that you're that next layer, what's the next best step? And we work with the unconscious mind. We're going to ask your unconscious mind, like, what are your next aligned action steps? And it's just going to keep going up and up and up, which is really cool. So I invite you tonight to understand that this is this last little, like, I want you to visually think like when a snake goes into the hole, like the tail end of the snake is out, and it's like, say it's maybe the rattlesnake, right? And the rattle's just kind of sticking out before it goes in the hole. Tonight is that mini little like, oh, let's get that last little bit of like oomph off so that we can really start going into that energy. And how we're going to do that tonight is with breath work. We're going to do that with embodiment. We're literally going to shake and rock. Like if you're laying down, I want you to like lay on the bed, shake your head, pound the head. If you're sitting, you can shake in your body. If you want to stand, you can shake, because shaking literally helps regulate our nervous system, and it literally embodiment of that shake rattle of that snake, that shedding that last little bit off. And so we're going to do some like swiping down our bodies to physically clear it out. We do that in Reiki a lot. We're going to shift and shake off, and then we're going to physically shake like as much as we need to, and then we can tone, we can use breath, we can use vibration, because all of that is going to help you get that energy to the next level. And the cool thing is about working with me is you're going to learn breath work and embodiment work. You're going to learn meditations. We're going to use Reiki. We're going to use theta. We're going to use all these modalities. I have like 14 plus certifications. I get a beautiful toolbox to play with. And so that's what we're going to be doing, is we're just going to be having playtime in order to get ourselves to the next level so that we can show up authentically in our lives and our businesses, for our family, for our friends, and most importantly ourselves, because it starts with us. And that's why I just thank you guys all for coming here, because it truly starts inward and then works our way out. So since it feels very native spirit, very like earth grounding for all the energy that's coming up, leaving the snake and moving into the horse, I thought I would use my card deck, the native spirit. So I'm going to teach you how I do a card pull. And so I like to use selenite to clear, because as you know, selenite never has to be cleared or anything itself. I'm using my selenite sword. And I love selenite for clearing all my crystals, for my people, when I do energy work with my clients. For me, that's why I held it with the room, like I was clearing the room, the energy, the Zoom room even, right? And so the cool thing about selenite is it clears. So I always want to clear the deck, no matter the energy and the intention of this deck. The last time I used had that imprint of those people and that energy. This is now ours. This is us claiming it. So we're clearing it out. Then I knock 3 times. That vibration, that energy, that shifts. It's like opening up now this channel, the portal, the energy for the card deck for us. And then what I do is I set the intention, because that's the most important thing about energy work, and I set it on my heart, and I'm going to ask creator of all that is, allow us to have the card today that is in the highest and best for us, that is going to allow us to understand what needs to be cleared out, what obstacles need to be removed, so that our path is clear and everything going our way in the highest and best way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. And I want you all to just close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths in, and I'm going to shuffle the cards. Oh, I don't even have to shuffle. I got a jumper that flew out as soon as I started shuffling. I want you to take another deep grounding breath in and out so that you can receive the message of the jumper. And of course, the jumper was the spirit keeper of the West. And if you look at this, this is a pretty cool card. If you look at the energy, anybody been in like the West and the Red Rocks and the plains and the desert and kind of seen that? And it's crazy that we're talking about that like last little snake, because I do kind of see it in like that red rocky, like little, like, you know, sticking out its tail and wanting to go in. And then if you look, you know, into the directions of the West, what we're calling in, what animals are there, this seems so very appropriate. I love it so much. So we are going to see what our beautiful book has to say about our spirit keepers of the West. I just got to find the right page. Here we go. All right. So the card meaning is transformation. But of course the card we get on our ending our snake to the horse here is about transformation, because that's exactly what we're doing, right? We're calling in this transformation. So transformation, it says letting go of the old. Of course, that's what we're shedding of the snake. Initiation. I just got goosebumps. An initiation, this is what the initiation, don't be surprised. Have your fire extinguishers and your fire alarms charged and all the batteries in the house. For whatever reason, the fire horse, I feel like initiation is going to be by fire. Like Be careful when you're burning things, when you're cooking, when you're doing your rituals and your magic. Be intentional and being mindful, because initiations can sometimes use the element, and if we're moving into a fire horse, it can use the element of fire. So that's my intuitive channel, like, warning is make sure all of your fireproofing stuff is up to date and you know where things are. That's like an intuitive hit, because initiation can sometimes be very gentle, or it can be like really like it needs to burn it all down to build it back up, and you never know how that's going to be. And we're not setting intentions for anything, but that was my channeled message, just to be very intentional when you do any of your fire ceremonies coming forward. So initiation, illumination, right? Illuminating what's coming to light. What has been in that dark part of the mind that has not been really clear, that needs to be illuminated? What are some of those things that are like rolling around in this back area that need to be pulled up so light can be shined on it, so awareness can be brought to it, so that you can ask your unconscious mind, what are these next aligned action steps today? And then harvest, right? Gather your inner resources. That's what we're doing. We're gathering together and we're getting what our inner resources, our inner light being. If it doesn't feel right, don't go ahead. Trust your heart. Chaos brings positive change. Almost all change comes out of turmoil. Don't be concerned if there's confusion in your life. It will all work out. So whatever's going on, know that you're setting intentions, that it's okay to have a little bit of messy chaos. That's why we're here, to shake it off so that we can get focused and it's all going to be all right. We're going to have that momentum going forward. Your native spirit wants you to know, in the medicine wheel, the west is the direction that symbolizes the fiery setting sun, autumn, the warning moon, and the time of harvest, and the tumultuous years of teenagers in the human cycle. Out of the chaos arises illumination and transformation. In order for the new to ignite in your life, it's necessary to let go of the old, sweep away the debris. I'm getting full chills. This is why this card came up. The spirit keeper of the West reminds us to slow down our rapid growth and harvest what we have attained in the autumn leaves, are burned to make a way for new growth. Release the dross in your life to make way for new growth. The journey. Stand facing the west, the setting sun. Imagine that all limitations and blockages in your life are flowing from your heart into the sun. As the sun sets, it carries with it all your cares and concerns to be transformed by its purifying energy. And that is literally part of the embodiment that I was going to do, is have us visualize those last little things and shake it off. So how we're going to take this card and my intention together is Spirit's telling me we need to face the west when we do this, and we need to literally think about when that sun sets, when that sun comes down, it's burning away that last little bit of daylight. So think about that last little rattle, those last little shakes, that last little bit that needs to be released. We're going to see it in our mind's eye, like that sun coming down, and it's literally going to burn all of our last cares, concerns, and energies that are no longer serving us. Is going to completely melt away, and it's going to be transformed, and it's going to have purifying energy at the end of it. Oof. That feels amazing, and that feels so powerful, and I just had full body chills. I call them my God chills. Those are like I know my body is resonating so much, and I'm getting so much channeled information from Creator going like, yes, 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 you did too, yes. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to think, and like I said, when you go on one-on-one classes and group, we'll say them out loud and we'll witness more. But because this is just a mini thing, I want you to kind of say in yourself, your own mind's eye, really set an intention of what are those last little things that are going. So right now I'm facing the east. No, I'm facing north. East is to the beach, so this is my west. So wherever you are, I want you to face the west corner of your house. If you're lying, spin yourself in your bed. If you're in a chair, spin yourself in a chair. And I want you to really get clear in your mind's eye. So our third eye is our mind's eye, our all-knowing, all-seeing eye. That's where imagination, you know, that inner child that used to imagine things and we could see everything clearly. I want you to use that energy center, that third eye. And I'm going to say the journey one more time, and then I want you to see in your mind's eye, like we have this beautiful desert, the sun. Look at the card if you need the inspiration one more time. Think about like the red rocks energy. The sun is setting. You see that snake going into the cave. That tail is out. It's rattling. And I literally want you to shake your body. I want you to rock your head, shake your arms, stand and move. And I want to get that energy out when we hear about this journey. Standing facing the west in the setting sun, imagine all the limitations and blockages in your life are flowing from your heart into the sun. As that sun sets in your mind's eye, it carries with it your cares and concerns to be transformed by its purifying energy. And taking a deep breath in and an exhale, and I want you to tone, shake it out, breathe it out. I want you to shake your head. I want to shake your arms. I want you to bounce up and down. I want you to thrash in your bed, your couch, your chair, wherever you are. I just want you to release and shake. And take another deep breath in. And get that last little shake energy out. That snake, that yuck, that anything that's not concerning you, any of those fears, those limitations, anything that has been holding you back, I want you to shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then take another deep breath in. And again, exhale. Shaking and moving until it feels complete. Your higher self, your knowing will know. And then taking your right hand to your right shoulder, sweep it down to your opposite hip. Left hand to left shoulder, down to the opposite hip. Then scrape down your arms like you're just pulling that last little ick off. Shake it out. We're going to do it again. Cross the body, right shoulder to hip, down the arm, down the arm. Shake it down. Third time's the charm. Cross the body, down the arm, down the body, then all the way through the whole body to the feet. And shake, 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 shake. And then I want you to imagine you're going to take your hand and all the powerful earth energy, you're going to pull it up from the earth, bring it all the way up over your head, and imagine that it could reach all the way to the galaxy, to the stars. And then you're going to pull it all down around you. And I want you to encase yourself in a beautiful protective love bubble. Imagine this love bubble is going 3 feet in front of you, behind you, to the left of you, to the right of you, on top of you, below you, all around you, encasing you in this beautiful protective love bubble. And then take your arms and cross them in like you're giving yourself an energetic hug, and feel this warmth energy, this love and light energy, and you're in this protective love bubble, and everything that you want to refill yourself with, that unconditional love, forgiveness, acceptance, joy, light, whatever those words are for you, I want you to fill yourself in. And I want you to just hold that into your body and breathe it in and let it feel good. And if it feels good to rock or to sway or to breathe it in deeper, just breathe that energy in. Creative all that is, it is commanded after this completely embodiment, clearing and shedding of that last little bit of snake energy, that we are refilled in the highest and best, and that we're bringing in health and vitality, peace and love into our body, into our emotional body, physical body, spiritual body, all of the bodies on all levels, in all languages, in all lifetimes, in all time, space, dimensions, realities, versions, and names of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. And just breathe in the showing. Breathe in the light and love. Breathe it in. Feel it into your body. And then seal your hands to your heart like you're sealing it up like a beautiful bow, and you're just holding it into your heart space. Deep collective breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, mouth and jaw opens. Inhale through the nose, fuller, deeper. Exhale, mouth and jaw relax. And again, inhale. Exhale. And then place your hands down onto your lap or onto your thighs and ground your energy back into your third dimensional body. Feeling safe and grounded. Imagine that ruby red root chakra color. And your feet and Mother Earth's feet and heartbeat are connecting, and your breath is connecting, and that energy from the earth is connecting. And you feel that energy through the soles of your feet like they're big roots going down into the earth, and you're grounding your energy back into Mother Earth. Thank you, Pachamama. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you for holding us and loving us and bringing this beautiful energy in. See those roots getting grounder and stronger. We have to ground and pause and be in this moment before we can gallop. We've got to bring that energy and that momentum inward first. We got to build it up like that fire builds the ignition. You got to take this moment, this sacred moment, to pause, to build that energy. So when you feel it in your mind's eye and in your heart and in your solar plexus and that power source energy, when you know it's time to release that energy, you know when it's time to go. You know when in your mind's eye you're going to be on that horse and go, giddy up, yeehaw! And you're going to like feel that like thunder roaring underneath you as you gallop and that energy going in. But we need to take this sacred pause first. Get really grounded with our energy, and then just get really excited about what is possible for this 2026 unstoppable fiery horse year. And that the more that we come into community, the more that we witness one another, the more we take these sacred pause moments together, the more we embody healing and energy, the more our body is truly ready to be ignited and fired and to be in that connection and community. And it feels so good. Creator of all that is, all angels and guides and team and spirit, thank you for witnessing this for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for holding this sacred space. Thank you for this beautiful clearing and refilling, the grounding and connection, the shedding of that last little bit of snake energy, that beautiful west sunset energy coming in. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the highest and best, as above, so below, so within, and so it is, and so it shall be. Aho. And taking our hands to heart center, taking a moment of gratitude, thanking yourself for coming to this practice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then bringing those hands to your third eye center in the middle of your forehead. As we bow and salute one another, the divine in me salutes and honors the divine of each and every one of you. Until we meet again, peace be with you. Namaste. Stop the recording and we'll come back as community and connection, and we will give reflections of how we feel after that amazing snake transformation.